Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Friday morning. Whew. It's been a week, y'all. It's been a week. It's 3:46 in the a.m. and it's March 14th. I want to share a little something with you guys. I like to sign on and talk about scripture. I like to sign on and talk about social justice. I like to sign on and just talk to you guys like I know all of you individually, you know. And in doing so, it's given me the opportunity to, excuse me, examine what it means to be a friend. And most people who I've encountered, who I've engaged with, will tell you I am loyal to a fault. But then when we reach the point where, excuse me, where there's disagreement, there's no compromise, there's no love, there is no understanding, or for lack of a better phrase, the wheels just come off completely. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm not going to go out of my way for a conversation. I am not going to go out of my way to engage and connect, and I've had to do that. I've had to set boundaries and maintain boundaries with a couple of folk, several, because of their mental health. And I need to say that. And that's hard to say. It is really hard to say. It's like, I stopped talking to so-and-so because they had a disease, but, I stopped talking to so-and-so because they had a dis-ease with themselves. And, they were projecting their discomfort, their dysregulation on me. There's a difference. So, that being said, like I said, I had to look at what it means to be a friend. And, please believe I've given it thought and prayer as to why I stopped talking to some people. And again, I had to look at, I am not going to argue with someone who's in a fight with themselves. Everybody's picking on me. Or you're repeating the same scenario, but you have a different villain in every instance. You hear me? You're repeating the same scenario, but you have a different villain in every instance. But this common villain character has the same traits of your last villain in the episode. What are the odds of that consistently happening throughout life? And at what point do you look at you? At what point do you reach out to extend apologies? See, I had to look at all that these past few years, and I don't know if it's possible, but my circle has gotten even smaller. A lot of people defer back to me for truth. And I don't take that lightly. I am grateful to be recognized as a truth teller. For me, that is an honorable position in life. It's not going to make you popular, I can tell you that. But, you know, if you can be known to tell the truth, in season and out of season, know that you garner a lot of respect from people. Now, there's also a quote about being liked by all people. That means, basically paraphrasing this quote, if you're liked by everybody, you need to look at your character. Now, had to do that as well. Because if you're popular with everybody, that means your boundaries aren't anchored in anything. It's like, oh, I like this over here. Oh, I like this over there. And, you know, you're just trying to curry favor. You're not really set in anything. So again, I had to look at that. You know, all this leads me to Scripture, which it should. And the verse that stands out for me, it's in Proverbs, which I like to call the book of wisdom. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. A friend is consistent in how they show up, how they present, you know, how they say what they need to say. And they love you throughout all that. You ever have anybody love you like that? In all your stink, even when you don't want to be around people, they still show up and say, I love you. No, they're not going to rescue you in your mess. They will tell you all about how you got in that mess, but still love you in it. You ever have those kind of friends? You know, those friends that were standing outside of Lazarus' tomb. Now, he had been in there for a couple of days, so you know, it doesn't take long for things to change up on you. But they were stayed and dedicated to knowing what God can do and sent for Jesus. And they stayed and they helped remove his shroud. Can you imagine somebody being buried for 3 days and you dig them up? It's the same type principle. You know, what can happen in those 3 days? You know, friends stayed around when he was brought back to life. And they loved him back to life. That part. Are you that kind of friend? You know, we like to talk pretty about friendship. We like to talk pretty about connection and dedication. And we do people just dirty. We do people foul. And a lot of times it doesn't even get back to them. We're just talking behind their backs, you know. And then there's those people, you know, you coming at them with a 12-inch knife of deception or just foul conversation while you're smiling in their face. You know, that 12-inch knife only goes in their back 9 inches. And they're thanking you. Well, at least you didn't use the whole knife, you know, kind of mentality. I remember the conversations that my mother would tell me, so-and-so is not your friend. And you're defending them to the hilt until you get that wake-up call or that knife in the back. A friend loves at all times. And a brother is born for adversity, or is created for the fight, is created for the mess, created for the madness, to love you in it and through it. Are you that kind of friend?